So, let's talk about Deadlock. Deadlock is a crazy game right now, like insanely crazy. I was out over the weekend. Yoshi drops the patch on a Friday, and it's a patch that I think it's a new entire game for. It's insane, dude. It's like every single time I see a patch, I'm okay with it. I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, this needed a buff, that needed a buff, the other needed a buff. No, he sent literally the same thing that your crush sends you or the girl that you like sends you because you were messing up, and then you're like, all right, yeah, I don't know, I don't think I want to read all that. That's exactly what happened. He drops like a manifesto. It's not even a patch note. I'm literally playing the game, and every time I get hit by some cheese, I'm sitting there looking at the patch notes, just like, oh. Or I'm looking at the character's abilities and seeing what level they're at, and then now I see, oh, Warden has now silence on his level 3 for his handcuff. What? Why would you do that? Wraith had that. They took it away. Do you understand how crazy that is? In order for a character to have something that is taken away in Wraith and put on Warden, even though it's not an ultimate. I was a victor when that happened, right? I saw that I was getting locked up and I pressed my heal in order to get out of it because I fully leveled up my heal. So that means anything that's a non-ultimate can be debuffed. But it didn't work. I was over here like, what do you mean I can't do it? I'm silenced? He didn't use an item. As soon as he popped his handcuff, I literally pressed my 2. Now, that's not most of the case that I'm talking about right now. What I'm talking about right now is Deadlock is in a position that sounds like as if they're trying to do their best to make sure everybody eats. The only problem with that is nobody can read. So that's why everybody sees like the same Calico, Doorman, what's another one? I want to say Drifter, but I rarely see Drifters compared to every other character. Like everybody's playing Doorman because of his 13-second ultimate. If you don't check out of the Baroness, which by the way, it's good, but also it's not really worthy of trying to pick up Doorman and going like 0 for 10 because you don't know how his movement works. Not only that, it's just the idea that with this update, I feel like as if people are getting away with more cheese, like insanely. I'm playing games where I know I have a lock on a kill, and for some reason they get away, come back, and they kill me. I was high. I was like, all right, dude, you're telling me I can't win against this character because of the fact that they're like Yoshi's Blessing? Yoshi's Blessing doesn't mean shit. No logic is being played in laning phase right now. There are people who are getting kills and doing their best and doing better than they were in any other patch. It feels like as if I'm playing up against Neanderthals who now have guns. It's now gotten to the point that every single play I do, it feels like it's stupid. And obviously, in a game like Deadlock, right? I do not get mad at people for dying. I get mad at because dying in this game, especially in the laning phase, really doesn't matter because you can get back your souls immediately. If you understand the soul mechanics in the game, you'll find out that you have infinite amount of proportions in order to get back to the lead. Aside from the urn, if you have like less than 10k on the enemy, or the farther you are behind, the more souls you get from the game. So it's a numbers game. Now that everybody is buffed or everybody has been tweaked or tuned, people are fighting even more. They act like this shit is Overwatch. No, please focus on laning phase. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to play with you. If you always want to fight, a lot of my games in this patch feel like if I'm trying to help in a team fight, it's not worth it. Especially seeing as like more people like it's just even worse because I don't talk in my games past a certain time. Like if it's 9 p.m., I can't talk. Like my neighbors are really right next to me, so I don't need to do any talking. All I need to do is just focus on gameplay. But even then, it's like if I want to play against these type of people, I need to talk. If I don't talk, nobody else will. I had a game last night where if I talked, I feel like we would have won. But most of the time, there it's just too much, dude. It's just too much. I don't know. A lot of this update, I'm very torn on because I don't want to say it's bad. if for the people saying it's bad, it's probably because of the fact that they have been introduced to a system that they're not used to, and they're not fully fleshing it out. This patch came out 3 days ago. 3 days ago. Why are you mad at the game for coming out 3 days ago? I'm pretty sure nobody's actually read the entire patch notes. Like, do you understand? I haven't read the full patch notes, but there are some times in the game, right? I'll get like two like I don't know if this has been around, first and foremost. I'll get a trooper that drops me 2 soul orbs. Not 2 soul orbs like one on the ground, one on top. No, I mean like the 2 orbs would be floating. I don't know if it's like a bug or, it's just like something to keep the game fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of having one on the ground and one up top, at some point in the game, it'll have 2 on top. I don't know. But I don't think people actually know gameplay wise what happened to the game. Like, I'll even tell you this. I know one thing, right? Let me look up the patch notes right here. Yeah, killing a pair of base guardians now spawn a zipline boosted trooper wave to reinforce your push. That means this game is going to this game now. If you thought that it was bad when it came to offense and trying to smother people, now they're making it so like, yeah, you kill 2 base guardians, you get troopers twice as fast. You don't have to do anything. You dead ass can kill the base guardians and stay, instead of just being like killing the base guardians and then having to wait this, that, and the other. And especially if you're killing people and everything's working out right, you can have that shit done in less time. Troopers now gain 7 HP regen when out of combat. Do you understand how crazy that shit is? That means your troopers can be in a dogfight, and then once they're done, they immediately get their health back just as quick. So, or not even just as quick, they now get their health back. They now get their health back. Do you not understand how crazy that shit is? You thought Rem's little buddies were bad. This game is now giving you Rem little buddies without the, I can't say that word, without the obnoxiousness of the game mechanic. The game is now helping your enemy team if you're losing, but your team also getting more and more pressure. I don't think anybody knows this. Nobody's talked about the actual gameplay mechanics. No, they're always talking about the same 5 people. Infernus, I don't think people actually talk about it, but Infernus can now punch you and then inflame you. Like, his flame buildup now works when he melees you. This stuff is like, that, dude, it's generational is what I'm trying to say. A lot of this stuff, like Ivy. People are talking about how Ivy's meta right now. Pocket, they're talking about how Pocket is meta right now. But I don't think people actually understand there's a lot of people in this game that got overly buffed. McGinnis, right? The T1 for Medicinal Spectre is now 40% spirit resist instead of 30% fire rate. It was already hard to kill McGinnis anyway because she'd be zipping and sliding like a damn ninja. But now, she can now fight you if you're spirit build, right? And if she knows you're highly spirit, she can build off a spirit and then she can have her Medicinal Spectre. Okay. Now, after all, I'm done ranting, right? I'm done. Because after talking about it, I realized one thing. This game is only OP because of the fact that it's now trying to teach people to play with actual coordination. That's the reason why your games suck. So if you take anything away from this video, right? I'm not mad at the game itself. I'm only mad that the game is having so much faith in the players trying to make sure you are with your team. The only issue is you cannot put faith in these fuckheads. It's not gonna work. None of this shit is gonna work, dude. You have to make sure that there's at least some level of individuality. But in a game like Deadlock, right? And I haven't even looked at the items. Lord forbid how the items work this time around. I already read the items, but I'm not a builder. So I read the items anyway, even if I use them a lot. There's only so much you could do with items. You straight up need coordination, right? Because if I knock down an enemy, unless I said knock down certain enemy, it's not going to work. most of the people here are just gonna look at me like I'm crazy. What I'm trying to say is though is that I actually really do like this patch. I just don't like the idea that I'm put in a situation where it's not favorable. I like I could thrive in that situation because I talk all the time. I don't think anybody else does. And the amount of people who get mad about like laning phase or like how things aren't going their way, it's only gonna get worse from here. But I know that people will wisen up. It's a fun game. People are gonna adapt to it and do whatever they can. If they don't like it, there are other games, and if they do like it, they'll stay. I still think this is gonna be a pretty generational game. I mean, this is the same people who made Dota 2, CS, Half Life, which is what I'm playing right now. What else? Really, I think they only made one game that failed, and even then, it wasn't even a game that I don't even think they spent too much time on. Anyway, that's enough talking for me. I just wanted to say this game is going in a direction that most people aren't familiar with. I don't think it's a bad direction, but I do think people need to adjust to the times. I don't think they're gonna nerf people. I honestly, because the patch notes feel a little bit too detailed and a little bit too intentional for people to say like, oh, they just be buffing everything. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, everybody's talking about how overpowered everyone is, but nobody's talking about Mirage. I think he just got insanely good off of nothing, but people don't want to play Mirage because he's just a straight skill character. But if you have the right skill, he might rival Lady Geist. Like, I didn't like. I mean, yeah, I think Lady Geist and Mirage have always been like a back and forth, with Mirage winning a lot of it. But I honestly do believe that Mirage is clearly in the lead, and it's only gonna get better. Like, it's only gonna get better from here. There's just too much in his toolkit to rival Geist, and he could coast off. Like, Geist has to play close range in order to use her ult. Meanwhile, Mirage's ult, he can travel anywhere he wants. He can backdoor the base if he wanted to now. If he wants to go to, if he wants to take the, if he wants to take the urn, like if he wants to fight at green and go get the urn and then run back over there if he wants to, or if there's an Ivy, I'm pretty sure you still have to wait a little bit. But if he has an Ivy, teleport over to yellow where the Ivy is at, or the green where Ivy's at. Go over, like fly, like grab the urn, have Ivy fly you over to the location of the urn, and just do it like that, right? It's perfectly fine. Do you not understand how crazy that shit is, dude? This game itself is not that bad. It's not in the position where people think it is. It's actually in a great position. I think people just need to learn how to read.